Okay, Algebra 1 students, let's look at Unit 2, Lesson 11, Connecting Equations to Graphs, Part 2. All right, the lesson goals here, we have 3 of them. If you need to, pause the video to write them down. I'm going to take you through them and try and decipher them for you. I can find the slope and vertical intercept of a line with the equation ax plus by equals c. In class, we've been working mostly with lines that are written in this form. What we want to be able to do is use that form to help us identify 2 important things, which is the slope, the slant of a line, and the vertical intercept, where a line crosses the y-axis. I can take an equation of the form ax plus by equals c and rearrange it into the equivalent form y equals mx plus b. By rearranging it into this form, we can actually help ourselves with goal number 1 also, which is identifying the slope and vertical intercept. This is just another form, so it's an equivalent equation of ax plus by equals c. I can use a variety of strategies to find the slope and vertical intercept of the graph of a linear equation given in different forms. So one of the big things is just understanding how we can find those 2 things and the different ways we can do that, whether it be finding an equivalent equation, whether it be graphing, any way that we can find those 2 things. All right, so our vocabulary, we have equivalent equations, just equations that have the same solutions. Order of operations, remember, are 4 steps. We have distributing, which I have 2 possibilities here. Mainly we think of distributing as being able to take multiplication across the parentheses. But one of the ways that we forget about distributing is division. We can also take the top of a big division bar and divide the bottom into both sides. So here I have 4x plus 12, and I can divide both 4x and 12 by 2 to cut it in half and get 2x plus 6. Our balance rule, which is just keeping things balanced on each side, and rate of change, which is another word for our new vocabulary word, which is slope. So our slope, most of us learn this as the rise over the run. But what I want you to think about it is how much the change in y has happened, how much the up and down has changed, divided by the change in the x, the left and right, because that's how we find rate of change anyway. Rate of change is usually divided down so that it's for every 1 right movement. Slope we typically will use as a fraction a little bit more. Vertical intercept is where a graph intersects the y-axis. Something to remember is every vertical intercept is in the form 0, a number for the y-axis. All right, this warm-up hopefully should be pretty simple. What you're going to do is you're going to rewrite each quotient as a sum or a difference. So this is just practicing that distributing because it's going to be important as we go forward. So here it's mainly practicing the division distributing. So here we need to divide the 2 into both sides. Here we're dividing -2 into both parts. Here we've got to distribute multiplication and then distribute division. And here we're just distributing division. We have a fraction to challenge you a little bit. So rewrite those, bring those to class. We're going to talk about the way that you did it and kind of how to go forward in using these skills for what we're doing. Thanks.